All right, guys, before the episode, we got to shout out our sponsor. It is Factor, everybody. With the fall season already in swing, you might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals for your jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast chef prepped, dietitian approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. Head to factormeals.com/TVE50 and use code TVE50 to get 50% off. That's code TVE50 at factormeals.com/TVE50 to get 50% off. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Virzi Effect Podcast Show. My name is Paul Virzi, and you guys listening to episode 591. Again, I don't know what that means for how many we've done in the studio, but I do want to thank everybody who has now rated, reviewed, all the new fans. The show is doing fantastic because I'm not in my basement or garage anymore. I actually have a studio with the producer, but I want to thank all you guys. Please spread the word, continue to rate and review. It makes the show go up. Get the Virzi Effect everywhere you get your podcast, iTunes, Spotify. And real quick, guys, the dates are coming up. October 6th and 7th, I will be at American Comedy Company in San Diego. October 13th, we changed the date. I'll be at the Hartford Funny Bone. Philadelphia Helium, the 20th and 21st. And guys, I made the big announcement. I'm doing the Gramercy Theater New Year's Eve, New York City. First time ever performing, headlining in New York City on New Year's Eve. Pre-sale is on there. Use code Virzi. Get in there. It's going to sell out. We'll talk about more dates after. But first, Before we get into my shit, I just got to do that up top because I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you. I have another amazing guest. I have another amazing show for you. They've been great, and today is no exception. My guest today and I did one of my favorite podcasts that I've done in the Virzi Effect. I don't know, that was during pandemic, but he is here now. He's hilarious. He's a New Yorker. He's from Long Island. He's a wise ass at the top level wise ass I think ever. Adam Ferrara is here.
Good to see you. Hold on. New Year's Eve, I won Virzi tickets. I'm using the code. I'm not going online. I'm using the code. I'm talking to you right now. It's his first time headlining for New Year's.
Yes. Dude, thanks for being here again.
Good to see you, my friend.
Great to see you. Great to see you.
I had so much fun with you last time in your basement.
Oh, man, dude, we have...
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You're not aging, and it's annoying me.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, I mean, this guy, what are you? How old?
This is the oldest I've ever been.
Really?
Jesus.
This is the oldest I've ever been.
Here's the thing, Paul. I'm at the age now. I'm saying stuff like cheese. I can't eat it. You know.
I know.
It's like, and I used to have a metabolism.
Yeah.
We come home from the road, and that's our afternoon.
Yeah, I know.
So you're eating pasta at midnight.
Yeah.
You can't do it anymore, man.
Are you one of those guys that starts yawning at 7:30, 8 o'clock? Are you a yawner?
I don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I'm on the road now, so I'll talk to my wife on the phone. She's like, "Stop yawning! You're making me tired." I go.
I did that in my special.
Yeah.
I talked about it in my special. My friends of mine that are in their late 40s and 50s, the yawn comes around 7:30, and then you go, "Are you all right?" And they, no, just
The day's catching up.
It's like, no, you're going to bed by 9.
There it is.
Yeah, you're going to bed. Oh, your wife catches you do it?
Yeah. Well, here's what I think happens. I don't know because I'm in the middle of this decline on our life cycle.
Yeah.
It's like I think wisdom doesn't come with age. I think it comes with pain.
Right.
It's like my knees are killing me. I got to get up. Fuck him. He's got nothing I want to hear from him.
Yeah.
Let me label him so I don't have to go across the road and talk to him.
You are at the point, and listen, I'm in my 40s, and when I hit 40, that was when time matters a lot more as far as I won't hang out with people that I can do without.
Clock's ticking.
Listen, if I'm going to break bread with you,
Yeah.
you and your family, your wife comes over, we're going to have some wine, we're going to have some dinner, it means that you really want that person to be there. There's no, well, they're okay. No. The okays don't make it.
Yeah. I'm making a commitment.
Yeah, I'm making a commitment. You're coming to dinner.
It was fun. I ran into Bartnick. Out.
Yeah.
So I ran into Bartnick, and I said, "You want to shoot some pool? You want to throw darts or something? We'll go to this bar." He goes, "Yeah, we'll go." So I drove from Santa Monica, my house, to the Valley to see Bartnick. He drove down. What a nice lady. You want to shoot? I'm not getting up. Let's just sit and drink and talk. So we just sat in a bar, and we bullshitted. But it was like, that's one of those things where, and especially now when we go to just hang out with somebody, you're absolutely right. I want to make sure that I really want to spend time with this guy. And we had a great time.
Now, your wife and you the same age, or
Yeah, my wife's younger than me.
okay,
Yeah,
a lot.
She don't yawn at 7.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah, your bedtimes are different.
Yeah, well, it's
No,
also
or is
road
she
time.
asleep early? Is she one of those? Because my wife is.
What?
No matter what, my wife, when the head goes down on the pillow at 10, she's out.
Oh, I'm asleep before her usually when I'm home because I'm up earlier. Because I got to get up early to write. The discipline is I got to get up to write.
You have that clock to get up.
I gotta, yeah.
see.
So I'm up a little bit earlier because that's before the house gets up. This is the trick I play myself. I'm up before my anxiety. This is what I try and do.
That's
I
hilarious.
try to set the alarm to get up before the anxiety. Because if I got the anxiety, I wake up. Paulie, I don't even set the alarm anymore. I leap from the bed gasping for air. That's where I.
You know when the anxiety kicks in, so you set the alarm before.
Oh shit, we're still here.
You did a joke that I when I think about it, it's really, really funny, and it's so true. You did a joke, you were at Gotham, and you did a joke about the anxiety and depression.
Oh, yeah.
Where one is about the past and one is about the future. And yeah, if you do have, but Jim Carrey was actually, in all seriousness, Jim Carrey was talking about that, and he goes, listen, having one is this, having one is the other. Having both is hell. For me, luckily, I've never, and this show we've talked about mental health many times, and I definitely had a rough time in 2016, and which was more of a depression, which is rare for me because it's usually not depression with me. So
good.
when it's depression, it's bad because I don't really have that. With me, it's anxiety, it's OCD, it's just the mind working. But when I hit both, which that's where it's like that's where people I really feel bad for. There's nowhere to run.
Nowhere to run. And
Yes.
it's like, and you try and stay present, but then you got to realize, well, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Being present. And so I read a lot of. We're on planes, so you read a lot.
Yep.
Right. So I got a lot of. I go to the shrink. You still go to and you get the tools to learn the breath tools and everything, meditation, and everything, and then you reach a little bit higher and you go to spiritual stuff. I grew up Catholic, so I'm a little twitchy.
Yeah.
We're Catholic, so I don't think it's designed for happiness. I don't think it's geared towards getting there.
No, there's a lot of fear involved, too.
A lot of guilt, too.
A lot of
He's
guilt,
dead.
fear.
Your fault.
You're like, but I just wanted to.
What did I? Yeah, mea culpa. I'm here. My head's not even together yet. I was just born.
I know.
They drill it.
It's
So, but that joke even came out of. Here's what I came out to find some kind of peace in my life.
Yeah.
Is I can't look at the religion that I was thrust upon me as a kid with a kid's mind. Because that's how I looked at it when it was taught to me for the first place, right? In the first place.
Okay.
So I got a resentment towards it,
Okay.
Then I heard Carlin, and I was like, oh, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
But then when I went back and read stuff on my own without that filter, that's how I wrote that joke, the fear, anxiety, depression joke. Mm-hmm. It's the Lord. It's the prayer. Lead us not into temptation, the future, anxiety, deliver us from evil, regret.
Right.
So I can't when I put those two together, I went, oh, I got that every fucking day.
Right. Yeah, no, that it really. But you obviously put light on it, which is nice. Because listen, all you could do is laugh from crying if you go through that. What I don't like is when people go, like there are people that don't know how to deal with it.
Right.
So they go, get over it.
Yeah.
It's like
walk it off.
Yeah. It's like
put some dirt on it.
So it's like you never dealt with it.
Yeah.
Because if to say to somebody that's going through a crippling depression, come on, what do you just, you know what? And I love when they go for a jog. I'm like, I don't want to go to the kitchen. I'm 5 feet from my kitchen, and it's taking everything I have to get water to keep me alive. I'm going to put on jogging pants?
I'm this close to peeing in a jar.
I'm contemplating jumping out my window.
Yeah.
You think I want to go for a fucking jog?
Yeah.
It really is, man. But I learned what happened. It's a good thing and a bad thing that happened to me young. Mm-hmm. And I'm also learning that a lot of it comes from trauma young.
Sure.
That happens later.
Yeah.
It's like that Family Guy joke, which I really... Do you watch Family Guy ever?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, my God. No, but there was the one where Peter Griffin goes, oh, my God, I was touched as a kid, and I remember when I'm 40. But... luckily, I never had to deal with anything like that. Right. But trauma happens.
Oh, yeah.
When you can have something happen at 12, and all of a sudden at 40 you're acting weird.
Yeah.
And it hits you, and you go, oh well, we got something else to talk to the therapist about.
Yep.
Because I think we protect ourselves.
Sure.
Do you know that the brain actually, if something horrible happened to you as a kid, as you're growing up past that, something in you is protected. Go, no, don't show them.
Yeah.
Don't show. Your brain is like puts up. But then what happens is it kind of flashes, and you're going, oh, well, we got to work this out.
Yeah.
And so as much as it sucks what happened younger, getting older and being able to deal with it, like now I can kind of see it coming. I know I know it sounds funny, but like I need my rest.
Yeah.
I need to eat right, because when that goes down and the body starts to, that's when my mind, like with me, all of my breakdown Adams, or all of my, I should say, not breakdown. Adam's gonna be like, what did I just walk into?
No, it's fine.
All of my issues when things go are when I'm also physically tired.
Sure.
I
Your
had
resistance is low.
a couple of nights in a row with some drinks. Then I didn't get to sleep.
Yeah.
Then I'm traveling, and before I know it, I'm going, oh shit! Now I'm like susceptible to this.
Let me ask you something. The exhaustion's not good, and you got to take care of yourself. I quit drinking for that because the monsters got worse.
Okay.
And I was good. I was drinking and smoking. I was good, Paulie. I could smoke in the shower.
Shit.
I had a big shower, like a racquetball court.
So you're sober now?
Yeah, well, I'm not a friend of Bill's. I know who he is, and we love a lot of the same people. So I didn't go to the program, but I just stopped drinking because it was like the hangover was lasting longer than the party.
Yeah.
And I didn't sleep well.
When did that happen? Like because now if I have 3 drinks, if I have 3 drinks, because I was used to 8 to 10.
Yeah.
And I could just go, you know. But I'm not talking like, I'm not drinking 10 whiskeys. Yeah. But you have 4 beers,
a shot
maybe
and a beer.
a shot and a beer, and before you know it, the end of the night, and when 5
a little anisette in the coffee, who's it gonna hurt?
Listen, I love the, if you think I'm not getting Sambuca
Sambuca
after
and a
fucking
coffee,
tiramisu,
nice.
But
3 beans, just 3. It's good luck in the Sambuca.
You want to laugh the first? I thought it was a chocolate chip. I started chewing the fucking thing. I go, what the? This is fucking disgusting. Somebody goes, it's a bean, you dickhead. I went like this. I go, no, that's a nice touch. A little chocolate.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'm just
that
chewing
dark
it.
chocolate.
There was shit all over my teeth. But yeah, so by the end of the night, you're actually exactly what you said is perfect. Okay, yeah, let's do an Irish coffee.
Yeah.
So now, by the time the wine, the drinks before you go, you're talking 6, 7 drinks.
Yeah.
You wake up, and I was like, okay, not now, 3.
Yeah.
If I have 3 glasses of wine, I'm like, the next day I'm going, what happened?
Yeah, I can't.
Remember when you're 22, you just click your heels out of bed?
That was it. But I would go out, and we got paid on a Thursday. We would go out and get loaded after work. I was at a fence company. I would drive the forklift. Get out of the forklift, get my paycheck. We'd walk to the bar. Yeah. And then I'm Friday morning, I'm up 6 o'clock, I'm on the job again. I'm eating ice cream for breakfast. I'm like, take the edge off.
What? So because you've done this, and it's really like kind of refreshing to hear. Because I remember when we first met at Levity Live years ago, before my first special, there was when you told me that great thing where you go, because I was shooting my first one in about 27. I was shooting my first one in 2017 for Comedy Central, and you go, what are you worried about? And I go, what? And you go, I could see in your face you're concerned. You go, you already hit the home run, now run the bases. And I remember that. And at the time you said you have done your 4th by then.
Yeah.
But it's nice to hear that, like, the motivation that you still wake up and you still write, like you're still, for you, this is just like you ever feel like, I've been doing this 20 years and somebody said like, I feel like you're just getting started. You ever feel like that where it's just like, oh, no, we're going to still turn corners here. We're going to still get better.
Well, it's the evolution of your art form. It's also the expression of your person. Also, it helps me when I can connect like that joke. First of all, thank you for saying that joke.
Of course.
That's one of my top 3 jokes that reached other people. Yeah. And that's when the art form becomes bigger than what we that's when it's bigger than what we intended, and that's when it's reaching other people. Yes. And that's when we put meaning on our dick jokes. I'm helping society with this.
Well, that's true, because what you did is you made fun of having anxiety and depression, but you also let people know that if they have it, it's normalized and it's okay. And when I talked about my thing, and when I did, I'll tell you, man, when I did Rogan and we talked about what happened to me when I was in a bad place, the amount of letters I got, Adam, from all over the world. I had people saying, you saved my life. I had somebody saying, nobody ever articulated like that. I don't feel alone anymore. Dudes, like, I'm talking like dudes, like fucking crying, going, dude, because it's like, and now you're starting to see it more where, like, after these, it's funny. It is funny, but I don't mean to make light of it. But like after UFC fights, the guy, like when they're talking on the mic, it used to be like, I told him I'd beat his ass. Hey, I'm coming home, sweetie. Now the guy's like, hey, I just want to say, if you're depressed, but like, because because it was a little taboo for men.
Of course it was.
For men, it was like,
don't show weakness.
You don't show that. You know what I mean? A man's not going to be like, wait a minute, the guy that looks like that, the guy that just choked that guy out with his forearm and goes home and cries? Yeah. And another guy who's talking about it sometime is Tyson, When you hear Mike Tyson.
He did DMT when he said he did. When he did DMT, did you see the? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No. Go ahead. No, what did he?
Because you said he was talking about it when he did DMT. He said he felt connected to, like, all his shit went away, and he got that whatever that one feeling was. I read that article. I was like, oh, all right.
He would. There's a scene, a picture of him with his trainer. I'm getting the chills thinking about it, and this is Mike Tyson, like Mike Tyson, '88 Mike Tyson. This is Mike Tyson, and he would be welling up, crying like a little boy, and he would be crying before he goes in. He's like, they're gonna hate me. I'm no good. And then all of a sudden, it would turn to rage, and he would start punching lockers that they said would go halfway in, and then some guy's standing there. It's like, go ahead, good luck, buddy.
Yeah, good luck to you.
But it was like his insecurity went from crying a little boy to rage and then taking it out. But he talks about it now, how it's like he'll cry a lot. Yeah. And it's just like, oh, man, it's okay for everybody to be open. And I always say this on the show. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I think the dudes that come out and talk about it and admit it, I think that's the strength. Some think it's the weak. Some people go, nah, I don't show it. I keep it here. It's opposite. Yeah. It's when you go home. Yeah.
And I go home. I keep it here. I shit water. I can't digest anything.
What do you think?
It's not going to come out.
Exactly. It's going to come out somewhere.
Yeah.
You know.
You can't. What you don't resist persists and manifests. Carl Jung, the shadow self. Every man should know what crimes he's capable of committing.
Right.
But you like when someone says, "I could never." Yeah, you could. It's the rage that's caught inside of you. If you don't balance yourself out, life's either going to tap you on the shoulder or it's going to kick you in the ass. Why do you think at your age it came out? It was time.
Yes.
Whatever it was time. There's an expansion and contraction for life.
That's right.
When we're in our 20s and when we started doing comedy, we're going out to get. Why do you think the infantry are the kids? Go take that hill. Me and Paulie be back here yawning. It's 7 o'clock. So that's the point in your life where you go out and you get. And then once you get, there's the next people are coming to get.
It could never be out. You just made me think of something hilarious.
Go ahead.
There's a joke there. It's funny how like it could never be like, let the men go. Yeah. Yawning.
Yeah.
we would lose the war. Men, if you're over 35, any country would kill it. Send an 18-year-old who's gung-ho.
We're going to attack in the afternoon.
The Germans are coming. Up. The Germans are coming. When? No, they're coming. I see them. Yeah. Can I rest my eyes for
now? What's with them? It's 7 o'clock.
Don't those guys sleep? Are they tired?
Fucking artillery going off. Can I get a nap?
Yeah. You said something that's actually I think about a lot, where it's like I could never do that. You don't know what know what you're capable of, because I'm doing okay financially and I still fantasize about robbing bank. Do you know that's one of my fantasies?
Robbing a bank?
Yeah.
Mine's a casino.
Ooh.
I would hit a casino.
But here's the thing: we have it we're Italian.
Yeah.
So there's just crime. So it's like Giannis Papas always says. He goes, Paul, thank God you're half Greek, because if you were full Sicilian, you're full on crime. Yeah. And I actually, the thought of running into a bank and saying, if anybody talks, I'll fuck it. And I'd be like the nice guy. I'd be like, if anybody talks, I'll blow your brains out. Listen, I'm not gonna hurt anybody. Yeah. Put the money in the bag. Put the money in the bag. But the thought about the scene in Heat.
Yeah.
Where Val Kilmer's walking out with a hockey bag of bricks of cash. For me, that would be like, if I would go to a life of crime, it would be that. If I, oh my God, dude, I would there's just something about, and I don't even want to hurt anybody, and I don't want to take the people's money.
I don't want to hurt you, but I just want enough money to go, I don't want fuck you money. I want fuck everybody money. That's what I want.
Yeah, you know what's funny? In the movie, De Niro goes, if you got a heart problem, lean against the wall. We're not here for your money. We're here for the bank's money. Yeah. The Sicilian in me goes, oh, see, that's fine.
That's fine. It's just business. That's just business.
He's not even taking your money.
Gentleman. All right? That is a gentleman.
I know he hit the guy in the face with a club, but he was in the way.
All right? He works for them. He didn't hit you. He works for them.
Look, I mean, he cares about your medical condition. Yeah. Yeah, you go to all the...
Well, it's like my father's family. I was just talking to my mother. My father's family up in the Bronx, did I ever tell you this story about when my father was dying? So my father's dying, right? I don't know if I told it to you. I'll tell you. My father's dying. And we're at the end of I stayed with him the whole ride. I bought him one of those chairs, right? We can get up and down. So he's sitting in the chair. And I get him up. Give him his medicine. I put him back in the chair. He sits back and he looks up. He goes, it ain't going to be long now, kid. He goes, listen, if the stories are true, I'm going to get to see my father again. I don't know if I'm going to see my grandfather, though, because I think he killed a guy. And he fell asleep.
Oh, my God.
Paulie, he falls asleep. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't wake him up. It took me an hour and a half to get him to bed. I go into the kitchen. My mom's in a robe. She's got a cup of tea. I go, Ma.
Oh, my God.
Grandpa killed it. He goes, Adam, don't listen to your father. He never killed nobody. He was just a wheelman. I go, what? He goes,
are you serious?
He goes, he was the chauffeur. It was during the Depression. He drove the car. Something went bad. He took the weight. He did a dime upstate. And that's how we got the bungalow in Port Jeff.
I love how she knows all the lingo.
Yeah.
He did a dime up in,
He didn't tell his mouth. He goes, believe me, if you take somebody out, you get a bigger payday than that piece of shit house in Sound Beach.
All right, guys, it is Factor. With the busy fall season in full swing, you might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals for your jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. Head to factormeals.com/TVE50 and use code TVE50 to get 50% off. Guys, my wife and I, we get Factor all the time for our family. And it is something that comes to our house constantly because the meals are quick, easy, absolutely delicious. I'm not even reading off of this. I'm eating the salmon. I'm eating the pasta dishes are amazing. It's an amazing choice, and it's also health conscious. So we love it at the Virzi household. Matter of fact, the package came yesterday. I had 2 Factors yesterday. I'm losing weight, and the food is really delicious. Too busy this fall to cook, but want to make sure you're eating well? With Factor, skip the extra trip to the grocery store, the chopping, the prepping, the cleaning up, while still getting flavor and nutritional quality you need. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. I do 2:30 to make sure, to be honest. So, I do. You know what I mean? I'm one of those, like, you do a microwave. I go 2:30. I know for a fact it's cooked through. And they're delicious like that. So all you have to do is heat and enjoy and get back to crushing your goals. Adjust your stride this autumn without missing a step. Choose from 34 flavors. Fresh, never frozen meals ready to eat in 2 minutes. Level up with Gourmet Plus options, plus perfection by chefs and ready to eat in record time. Treat yourself to upscale meals with premium ingredients like broccolini, leeks, truffle, butter, and asparagus. Too busy running around during the day to think about lunch? Keep your energy up with Lunch to Go. Effortless, wholesome meals with grain bowls and salad toppers that's ready to eat right on the go. No microwave required. And it's dietitian approved, guys. Looking for calorie conscious options during the busy season? Try delicious, dietitian approved, calorie smart meals with around or less 550 calories per serving. Need an extra boost to support your wellness goals and feel your best as you tackle the busy autumn? Try Protein Plus meals with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. Round out your meals and replenish your snack supply with an assortment of 45 plus add-ons, including breakfast items like our delicious apple cinnamon pancakes, bacon and cheddar egg bites, and potato, bacon, and egg breakfast skillet. Or an easy wellness boost, try refreshing beverage options like cold-pressed juices, shakes, and smoothies. With Factor, you can rest assured you're making a sustainable choice. We offset 100% of our delivery emissions, source 100% renewable electricity for our production sites and offices, and feature sustainable source seafood in our meals. This September, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meal and enjoy fresh flavored packed meals delivered to your door, ready to eat in 2 minutes. No prep, no mess. They got a salmon we love. They have a chicken dish we love. They have a chorizo dish we love. That's the one I had yesterday. You guys got to get these. Honestly, man, it's fast, easy, and when you're like, what should we get? Because that's what me and my wife do. We always go, what should we get? I don't know what to eat. What do you want to eat? You know what? What Factors do we have? Boom. Done. Delicious. Easy. Head to factormeals.com/TVE50 and use code TVE50. Guys, you're going to get 50% off. Okay? So you just go to the website, factormeals.com/TVE50 at factormeals.com and get 50% off with bonus code TVE50. Get Factor meals today. Dude, I remember you told me the thing. The one thing you told me about your dad was when he said, "Remember, everybody was I was looking at you."
Oh, yeah,
and
that one, yeah.
That's
That
on.
story.
That's on the last Virzi effect that he's on, and you got to hear it's about his dad
I
talking
saw
to
a
his dad.
story somewhere else. But yeah, that was true. But that's the thing. And here's the thing I want to tell you that my dad, I didn't know how much he was worried and scared and provided for the family because he never showed. I'm not sure my father cried once at my grandfather's funeral. Once.
Yeah.
But my mother was the one that told me. He said, and when I found this out about him, when he was dying, my wife found out a lot when he was dying because he loved my wife.
Oh, okay.
I took him to chemo for the first time. I leaned over. I brought my little computer. We're going to watch movies together because I didn't know what this is all about, but I'm not leaving him alone.
Right.
So I'm sitting there, and I go, Pop, I'm going to marry Alex. They're hooking him up. He's like, if you don't, I will. He just sat right. So I knew he loved it.
So he's funny. He was funny.
Oh, he was funny, yeah. But my mother told me that he goes, your father will never. Because your father, even me, I'm the closest to your father, but he'll never tell me what he's afraid of because he's afraid I'll use it against him.
Oh, that's so funny.
And I'm like, what a fucking Sicilian.
Is he Sicilian?
Well, he was he was Sicilian Napolitan.
Okay,
so I think he was Sicilian. My mother's Napolitan, so I think he was part Sicilian.
Sicilians have this thing, and this is the one thing about Sicilians that I hope I can like. The dead to me thing is a real thing, and family members have not spoken for.
Oh God, yeah.
And it's
nobody can hold a grudge like a family member.
Oh my God, and they just keep it like like.
They don't hold the grudge, and then they build on top of it. And another thing, they just keep.
They know what they did.
Yeah,
and
yeah. I got a joke about the big cemetery. I don't want to do my act, but the big cemetery.
Yeah.
Every time, and I do it on stage. Every time we pass that cemetery, Michael Tony rolls down the window and yells out the truck window, "You're not dead enough!" Just every time. Paulie, nobody knows who the fuck he's talking to.
You're not. Wow.
Yeah. He goes, he knows what he did. Jesus.
Oh, dude. My little girl, Sophia, has it, man. She's got it. She's 11. She's got it more than my son.
Got the fire?
Oh, she's got it bad. She said one time, she goes, man, I'll kill him and dance on their grave. And I was like, what? I'll dance on their grave. And I was just like, dude, she's a baby, man. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, she's got the thing. She's like, yeah, the teacher said I was cheating. And then she goes, I mean, I looked once. And she goes, but that's not. Like, she's got that.
Yeah.
Where my son would never.
Yeah.
But my daughter's like, nobody saw anything. Like, my daughter's going to grease some,
Yeah, a little bit.
He's
Yeah.
telling
Yeah. Listen, we both know a B is going to save you. Is going to say, I don't want an A. I don't want to draw attention. I just want to move on.
You want to hear how Italian I can get sometimes? And they make fun of me. They make fun of me all the time.
Yeah.
Bobby Kelly and Giannis make fun of me all the time. I was in, if you guys heard the story, I'm sorry. I said it on some podcast, but you're going to get a kick out of it. I'm in Rite Aid around Christmas time. And I say to the guy, I go, hey, where's the scissors? I'm looking for scissors. So the guy goes, oh, they're in the next aisle. Then he comes running back and he goes, I'm sorry, they're not in the next aisle. Come with me. And he walks me to where the scissors are. And I go, you know what? Hold on. And I take out cash. And I peeled them up. And he goes, whoa, no, I can't. And Giannis goes, what the fuck are you doing? He goes, what the I go, no, it's Christmas. He goes, you fucking guinea. What? He goes, you just tried to tip. He goes, he's doing his job.
Yeah.
He showed you where the scissors were. I go, no. He went above and beyond.
Yeah, he showed me a little respect.
He went above and beyond. I tried to peel off some money for him, and the kid was like, no. So they all bust my balls. But look, it's not the worst thing.
Oh, not the worst thing. Okay, so my buddy's checking. My friend Mark Stern's coming out, right? And I put him up at a hotel. He's staying by. We got some business we got to take care of. So he can't check into the hotel till noon. It's 11 o'clock, right?
Right.
He goes, I'm sorry, room's not ready till noon, right? So I look around. I got a 20 folded up, right? And I shook the guy's hand. I said, I totally understand. Some people trying to get in, got people working. Everyone's working hard for a living. Look how hard you're working. And I just want to thank you for all the work you're doing. Is there any way my friend could rest because he works hard as well? And he goes like this. What is this? I go, now it's evidence because there's a fucking camera there, you idiot. He turns his hand over.
I love how you did that.
Yeah, you palm it, you see.
Somebody did that to me, and I was performing on the road, and this guy goes, hey, Paul, great show, man. Here's a little... And he tried to give me a square 20. I go, no, man, I don't need that. I get paid and everything. He goes, no, but he was trying to give me cocaine. But I didn't know.
You were getting a...
So I go, no. So he gave... Yeah, so I guess what he did was he just put a little bit of...
Put a bump in there?
Like a little bump in there, and like he rolled it. He goes, hey, man, I just want to give you a little tip. And I'm going, no, it's fine. I get paid. I'm, whatever. And then someone's like, he's giving you drugs, asshole. But I'm not.
Take the rapper.
I don't know. I was in... me and Giannis were in, we did a casino in Pennsylvania. And We go out, we do the show, we had a good time. We went out for a drink. We were sleeping at the hotel.
Right.
And this couple goes, hey, we were just at your guys' show. So funny, everything, And I was like, oh, thank you. So the wife was talking, they're having drinks. So I bump into the husband, like by the slots. And the husband goes, hey, man. Dude, great show. He goes, yeah, dude, you party? And I go, yeah, I party.
Right.
And he goes, come on, come to the bathroom with me. And I'm like, dude, I don't party like that. I thought he wanted me to touch his dick.
Right, yeah.
But he meant,
what
cool.
am I, a
but
senator?
But I didn't know.
Right.
Like, I didn't know that party was like, do you party? And I go, yeah, I party. But I'm thinking party like, hey, I'll smoke it. Let's drink a beer. He goes, come to the bathroom with me. And I go, I don't know what party means to you.
For you?
But I'm not a big drug guy. But I'm not good with like cues like that.
No, I don't either.
No.
Party with me was like he smokes pot. That was.
Yeah, party with me is like, I'll do like a shot.
Yeah, that was it. What you got? What you got? Ain't good?
Oh, shit.
You got a limoncello? It's Christmas. Have a limoncello.
That's the other thing getting older. You love little things. I like little things more.
Well, tell me little things you like.
I can stare at a tree and eat an oatmeal cookie.
Yeah, okay. That's
I could eat
that's a head wound.
I could
That's not aging.
I
You've been hit.
I could just have a nice soft oatmeal. Nice soft.
Oh yeah, warm.
Yeah, and I could just enjoy it, and I could just look at what God created.
That's good.
And be like, okay.
But that's good.
It is good because when you could slow things down and realize.
You can stop the fucking mind.
But you can't do that if you didn't. I believe this. I believe that you can't do that if you didn't go through. Like, when I was at the lowest, I would wish that I could walk outside. There's a saying that says, people out in the world, they want everything. Somebody in the hospital wants one thing.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You're in that hospital bed and you don't know what's going to happen with you. The dream is, could you imagine? I don't care about money. I don't care about job. If I can be well. Yeah. And I take that. And, again, I don't want to sound, I don't want to bring this down, but when my old manager was murdered, David Kimowitz, rest his soul, and I thought about how such an unbelievable soul can be taken like that. Beautiful family, 2 little girls. I'm going, what the fuck am I worried about? And I think, unfortunately, seeing things like that make you have the oatmeal cookie and look at life. Yeah. Because unless you're just that evolved that you could do it without any trauma.
Trust me, you're not.
I don't think so.
You're not. I'm not. You're not. He's certainly not. I don't trust him at all.
Yeah, Tommy, I don't know what you all right? Are you playing solitaire over there?
I was watching something.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
He was like, this is boring.
I mean, we're sitting here. I'm sitting here talking about like.
Let me put my heart back in here, you fuck.
All right. No. Enjoy your game, whatever you do.
But you're right. If you can't.
Okay, there you go.
If you can't, if you don't know what can be taken from you, you can't enjoy what's here.
That's right.
And that's when you got some miles on you.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have been able, like you said, I don't think you'd be able to enjoy the cookie unless you went through your shit.
That's why the more I get older, I really, really see how unbelievable dogs are. Like a dog is just because, do you know that they can get down and depressed and anxiety and they'll never, ever show you? Another thing I learned is
they'll shit on the stairs.
Hey, shit and piss on the stairs, but you're not going to hear any.
Something's wrong.
But cats, see, I had cats too.
Go ahead.
And my cats, it was tough. Both of them, they were real brothers. One lived to 16 and a half, one lived to almost 19. Putting them down was the hardest thing. They were in my life since I'm 26 years. I mean, they're the best, But your cat will, I just learned this. If you died in your home, your cat will eventually eat you.
This is nice.
They will eat your head. So no.
They start at the head.
They'll try to So here's what happens.
They start licking and go. He's not moving.
You pet this. I mean, you've petted this guy and loved this guy for, let's say, I'll give you life expectancy, 15 years, 16 years. The cat. You petted it. You fed it. Come here. Psst, psst, comes over. You die.
I'm gonna eat your eyes.
You die in that house. It'll give you. They said it'll be like a day or two, but then it's like they go. Your dog has to literally be starving to death, and then they may eventually, they said the dog may be like, look, it's like that movie Alive with the plane, they had to eat their friends, or they're gonna, but your dog is gonna be like, your dog, the dog's like, God, please, listen, the bowl's been empty for a week. There's no water.
There's no thumbs.
All the toilet lids are down.
Yeah, no thumbs. What am I can't open a jar.
The toilet lids are down, and I can't, I got nothing else.
This is a test. This is a test.
All right, the dog goes, God, just his foot.
Yeah.
I'm just going to start with his foot. But no, what I was saying about animals or dogs is, a dog loves, it's the only thing that, like, it's so unconditional.
Man's best friend.
It's unbelievable,
There's
man.
no thought. It's pure instinct, no thought. And it's just there. It's just present.
It's just present.
It's below thought. Here's the issue for us. Animals are like below thought. They just run on instinct. We're here where we can think, Thank you. That's what's fucking us up. And then really spiritually, while people are up here, they're just like, what are you worried about?
Yeah,
We're here, fucking around.
Yeah, like we're kind of in that.
Yeah, we know there's something, but that ain't it.
Yeah. And I talk about it openly on the show. I'm definitely like, I believe in God. I'm religious. I believe in signs. I believe in all the.
I believe in the universe, but here's the thing. I actually wrote a joke about it. One of my specials. There's one God, but there's many different religions. So it's just a question of which long distance company you pick. So I try to use. I try to use. We're all connected in some way that felt sense. You can call it God. You use the word God. That's how wars start. My God can beat up your God.
Right, and then people. Yeah.
But if you get the oneness and that connection with other people, and I've seen it. Here's the other thing, and I think as we get older,
I'm Jesus, and that's Verizon.
Yeah, that's good. Verizon, very popular.
Well, listen,
a lot of guilt. Very popular.
Yeah, but the least amount of drop calls.
That's true. That's true.
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean.
But yeah, I got a lot of friends of mine that especially like, you're living a lie. I go, I gotta go. I got no time for
Yeah.
I don't want. If there's just because I don't understand it doesn't mean it's happening. Which is like God and Bitcoin. It happens. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But as I get older, like you said, as we go down this life cycle, and I think the cookie rang with me because I've actually made a conscious effort to move from success, because we think there's some cleansing and healing to substance.
Yeah.
Because we've already got you. We went out and we got you. I remember that. I remember that you were in the green room.
Yeah.
You worried about this, and you worried because you wanted to do well. You also worry about, I hope it's enough. It's the fear and desire of stuff, the future thought. But now when you hear, you go, "It's a good fucking cookie."
Yeah.
This is a good cookie.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't have had that appreciation if you didn't go through all that stuff.
You have to go through it, man.
So
yeah, no, you're 100% right. I really feel like you have to go through. You have to go through the trenches to kind of get the. You
also got to realize there's nothing there. When I played Carnegie. I got standing ovation at Carnegie Hall in front of my parents.
Yeah, it's insane.
I did Radio City Music Hall. I got to be on TV shows. I'm in movies and stuff. I got God blessed me with a career that on paper. I made it.
Yeah.
In here?
Yeah.
Hold me. So there's got to be something. You have to actively participate into taking care of yourself and actively participate into, and happiness is a weird thing, joy.
Yeah.
I stopped looking for happiness because happiness is a concept. Joy is a feeling.
Yes.
So I went, all right, joy,
The scary and sad thing is when people say, is it ever enough? I was listening to Darren Waller talk today. Darren Waller's at the tight end of the Giants.
Yep.
And he was talking about when he got drafted to the Raiders. He goes, oh, man. He goes, he had some substance abuse problems. He's been sober now, and, he's playing great. But he was talking. He was like, man, I thought, man, all I got to do is make it to the league. And once I make it to the NFL, and he's like, and then I made it to the NFL. And I'm going like, so it doesn't, when you hear that, anybody at the top of acting or anybody at the top of comedy or anybody at the top of music, you talk to them and you listen to them talk. You're talking about guys mountaintop.
Yeah.
And they're going, and you're going, oh, shit, that's not what I thought.
Shit.
It's the same thing.
Now I'm here. Now I got to fucking fight to stay here.
Now I got to fight to stay here. And what if I don't, and I got to make sure that, but then all of a sudden, wait, oh man, was I with my family enough? Did I do it right? Wait, did I hurt anybody on the way? And all of a sudden, it's just all you can do, like you said, is try to find joy in everything to get the happiness and stuff. When we go to the beach, I go to LBI every year. And it's one of my favorite weeks of the year. In August, we get a house for a week on the beach, and it's quiet. It's just families. And I just stare at the ocean and I'm just going like, what am I, like, what? This is it. Yeah. This is it. Slow down.
How long does it take for you to settle into that moment?
By the second day, I realize that I'm on vacation and turn it off. But then by the third and fourth day, I start thinking about what. Yeah. So then I have to kind of turn that off because you start thinking like, oh shit, now when I got this and like, all right, so I got to talk to my agent, and you go through the list, right? Yeah. Okay, wait, I got to shoot the next special. I got to talk to my agent. And I'm going, no, man, I'm going to get sushi tonight with my family. We're at the ocean. Like, it's a really tough thing, and it does affect my sleeping, which then affects my wife because I'll wake up and go, oh shit. One thing I learned to do is write down the night before, like, okay, Thursday.
Make your list.
Yeah. So I do a podcast with Adam Ferrara at 4. I'm going to do this. I'll do a spot. I'll get so then that kind of makes my mind have like a little organization, right?
Lack of structure triggers anxiety. So if you put the structure in, you've done your work. You've done everything.
Yeah.
Here's what I learned when you're saying, because the reason I asked was because that's good. You get 2 days you're on vacation, and the next to the third day it starts kicking in again. there's two things that happen for me. When it
You
starts
relax on the
kicking in.
flight home?
I'm like, yeah, that was nice. I wish. You know, we need 2 weeks. Why? I need a week to be full of shit.
You're at the airport in Antigua and
Yeah,
it's over
I'm
and
like
you're going,
this.
oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to do 5 minutes of baggage claim. Is this anything? So, but what I realized was when I started thinking those 3 days were catching myself. Not only was the catching myself, then beating myself up for going there. Once I got rid of that.
Oh, so you had guilt about being happy.
Catholic, I got guilt for everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and my mother. My mother spreads guilt like peanut butter.
Oh, that's
Paulie.
hilarious.
So I got that. But she's like, don't see the world through your pain. It only makes it worse. So I don't, Ma. I see the world in the pain that you've inflicted upon me.
You win the lotto, you just give them the ticket back. I don't deserve it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's even a lotto. This is the family I grew up in. What if I'm going to hit the lotto? My father, you know what you got to pay in taxes if you hit the frig. I'll give Uncle Sam a taste. And I'm not taking the payout. Lump sum. I don't want to get in a relationship.
Yeah.
Give me a bag of cash. I'll leave.
Yeah, yeah. And it's all how they grew up, too, right?
Yeah. But the point that I was making is I learned not to beat myself up for the situations or the feelings that arise in me because
Right.
life is, for me now, at this point in my life, it's like flying an airplane. You're always off course. Flying is just self-correcting. Just a
Right.
question about how much off course you're going to be.
Right.
You know, so I think the trick to having joy in your life is move the stick a little bit. If you go, fuck, but if you can just go, oh, okay.
Right.
You maintain a little bit, and that's how you learn the meter. Also, have a definition of success.
Right.
I never had a definition of success. I just did the next thing and wondering, why am I not happy? Well, what the fuck does happy look like? I'm like, oh, shit, that's my responsibility.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have a definition of success when it comes to work, when it comes to... My whole acting thing was when I was talking to a friend of mine, and she said, what's your definition of success? I'm like, bag of money, big bag of money. She goes, but what... She goes, find out how you can progress in your career where you're making success because that'll feed your gratitude and keep it going. I said, okay. So she gave me this. I didn't come up with this. She gave it to me. She goes, success is getting the opportunity to do it again.
Yeah.
Because we're always out of work.
Yes.
Even we're always an actor's job is to find work. And once you find work, I'm on vacation. I'm doing what I want to do.
Right.
You know?
Right. It's like the fight is actually getting the work.
Getting the fucking work. Yeah.
And that, but sometimes you got to ask yourself, like, if you had all the money in the world, right?
Yeah.
Money's not an issue.
Good.
You got $500 million in the bank, and that's not an issue. Then
American?
What are you going to do? American.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
they're clear. Taxes are
Clear.
What are you going to, money is not an issue. So what do you want to do? And I asked myself that, and it was very easy for me. And this is when I knew that I was kind of getting on the right track, was if I had unlimited amount of money for the rest of my life, my kids, my grandkids, then I would just create and make things that I want to do, projects that I want to do,
Yeah.
a movie that I always thought about, and a story that I always thought about, to give my thought to the people. And, we were talking the other night, and I realized our job really does bring joy to people, and I selfishly get away from that sometimes. Sometimes I go in a not in a conscious selfish way, but just I'll be like, all right, I got to do that, and okay, so I always am thriving to make the next thing I do better than the previous thing, which you should do in your work. But at the end of the day, somebody goes, dude, you took me away from my problems and gave me joy for an hour. And I'm going like, wait a minute, that's my job?
Yes.
And I'm going, oh my God, like that.
Yes.
I'm making things lighter for you.
Yes.
Instead, so when I take myself out of it and I go, oh, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Truth be told, I was just tired, run down, going through shit a couple weeks ago. And I'm just sitting home and I can't sleep. And there's something stressing me. I don't know what it is. I can't sleep. I go down to the city. I get on stage at the stand. I just have angst in me.
Yeah.
My wife was like, yeah, you're acting a little...
My wife goes like this. Go do a set.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Go.
My wife will say, Paul, you have to get out of the house and get on stage.
Yeah.
And I was on stage at the stand, and I was doing the small upstairs room. They go, hey, you want to jump on? I jumped on, and I just started getting them. And literally while I'm on stage, I just looked and I go, oh, this is what I do.
Yeah.
And this is what makes, and it kind of made the stress just, and my wife goes, you're building that yourself. You're putting a barrier that just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But like your wife, my wife goes, get out, get on stage, and do what you do because you need it.
Yeah.
But I did say to myself, we give people joy, man. And if that's going to be our legacy, if your legacy is This dude got on stage and was silly for an hour, and people got drinks and enjoyed themselves, and he brought them. If that's what people are going to say about you,
Yeah.
when you're gone, God forbid, when you're 100 some years old, that's just...
I know why I do it, and two things I want to ask your opinion on. Well,
Yeah, of course.
the first thing is this: I know why I do. I grew up. I love cars. Right?
Yes.
I can't fix them. I don't have the mechanical ability. My father, he could fix anything, so I don't have that. So I always felt less than with my dad.
Okay.
You know, because I couldn't be like him. But when I made him laugh, the face changed. All the stress went away, and I went, "Oh, that's how I fit in." So that's how I fit in. So I've always had consciousness of talking to the guy or the woman sitting in the front row who stares at the ceiling like, how the fuck am I going to pay for this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to? They made a choice to come see me.
Yep.
Someone in that group said you got to see this guy, so they put their reputation on the line to see them.
Yep.
They've got a babysitter. They're buying 2 drinks. They're paying for parking.
Yep.
I'm going to look whatever's bothering you. I'm going to take it away. That's what. So I'm always doing it. I'm conscious of that's my purpose. The thing that I found out helps me on stage, and the reason I drive myself crazy and why I'm so relieved when I'm on stage is I'm not thinking, and it doesn't come from me, it comes through me. So my job is to have the courage to open up and just let whatever's going to come from wherever it comes through me to touch these people.
Yeah.
So you got to have stones to be a vessel, because you got to let go. You got to let go of what your ego or the idea of who you think you are and your identity of whatever you connect to. That has no place. I mean, you have your jokes that you've written, but in order to do it right, you got to connect to something bigger than you. Because that's what makes the experience for me better. And I think when I leave, when I feel better, is I've just been connected to these people. They've been connected to me, and the energy exchange that we have.
Yeah,
it's a fucking gift, Paulie.
It is. And when people say, "Hey, man," you know, when the host always says things, sometimes you'll hear a host go, "Hey, guys," and if you give him energy, they're gonna give the energy back.
Yeah.
What they're really saying is they bring out something that we don't even know he has. Like sometimes you ever do a show and you do a set, and all of a sudden something comes out of you and that you don't even know.
Yeah.
And you get off and you go back and you go, man, I just turned like I was on all cylinders to the point where I was almost like, oh man, like you almost, that's happened.
Yeah.
Where, and because it's an exchange, and they give you something to now enhance your gift and talent back to them.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing that happens. And that the reason why we get fulfillment is because we do that. And you said something perfect, and it's a beautiful thing. What you just said is that like you couldn't lift the hood of a car and see the problem and fix it. Your dad could do that, but when you made your dad laugh, it's like not many people could do that.
Yeah.
And that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, that's how I fit in, because I grew up with, they're all mechanical guys, and I know how the cars work.
Yeah.
But I don't. I don't have that. So I always wanted to be like my father. So I'm working on his whole car, right? And it's not going well. The oil's leaking, the blood spurting. I got a wrench. It's falling around. My father's in the doorway smoking a Lucky. Puts his cigarette out, puts his big hand on my shoulder and goes, son, you're going to have to get a job and you're going to have to work at something the rest of your life. This ain't it. This is not it here.
You're like, no, give me a second.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be like you, but no, you're going to stop.
It's worse.
It's worse. You made it worse. I don't even know if I can fix this. Now I got to pull the head.
It needs a radiator now.
Yeah, now what?
Now I got to order parts that I thought were worked.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah. No, you know what, man? I think the more you grow and the more you get evolved in your life, I think that's why you get wisdom. And I think I love talking to old people, man. Talk to an old person. Listen to somebody's advice when talk to.
You gotta catch them though, because sometimes they get a little too
you gotta catch. You gotta catch them before they're. Yeah, it's like if you talk to an 80-year-old, make sure that 80-year-old is not. Yeah. You don't want to talk to like a Biden 80. You know, you get. It's a China. No. I'm talking about.
I've been around for Tuesday. I get pudding. Okay. Someone's got to help him.
Yeah, they start good.
Yeah.
They go, the key to life, and you look up at the stars. Yeah. Your grandmother's programming.
Yeah.
You're like,
what? You know why you enjoy that cookie? Judge Brown. Judge Brown.
No, but if you talk to a sharp 75-year-old, 80-year-old, and they start telling you about life. Well, that's because this is going to happen, or because you think you're smarter than you are, or because you do this, and what you need to do is relax and sit. And all of a sudden, you're going, oh man, it's like a quarterback that's been in the league for a while, right? A rookie quarterback, the game is fast.
Yeah.
That defense is flying at you. That linebacker's flying at you. Tom Brady in year 10 was like, yeah, let him go. Come on.
Knew the play.
Yeah, you just, that's what it is. It's experience. And if you're young and dumb and don't listen to them, then.
But here's the other thing: is like when you're younger, and you get older, somebody, why didn't anybody tell me? They did.
They did.
You didn't listen.
What's one that my mom always said to me, and it hits hard perfectly. Still, when she goes, Paul, because I was troubled because the brutal shit that happened with my parents with the divorce. I was acting out. I was moving a lot. I did some shit. I got arrested.
Yeah.
I was shooting firework rockets out of the back of the bus. At cars. I mean, and they were.
I used to put bottle rockets in the wiffle ball bat, the yellow wiffle ball bat with the hole. You put a bottle rocket in there, and you got a bazooka.
Oh,
yeah.
I want to try that now.
Yeah, me too. Wrap it up, Tom. Get me a lighter.
I'm gonna have 4 bats in my backyard stuck in the ground. But I did a lot of shit, and my mom, I think my mom had guilt about what happened with the divorce, so she was a little more like easy, and. I put her through hell a little bit, and, we're so close now and stuff. I was always respectful, though. I was one of those bad, respectful kids. Yeah. They'd be like, yeah, he's arrested, but what a nice guy. Like, literally, that's what it was.
So polite. A felon.
That is the nicest. Do you know when I got a DUI when I was 21? I got a DUI when I was 21, and the guy's doing this, and I was being nice and everything, and he just goes, you know what, man? He goes, I'm going to drive you home. He goes, and this is going to go a long way. He's like, usually you got to find a ride. He goes, you know what? He goes, and we're going to let the judge know how respectful you were. That goes a long way. And the guy's like doing this, and he's like, yeah. And the guy like drove me home, and it was like, yeah, I was like a nice bad kid.
That's.
They were like, yeah, Paul threw a brick through the window, but I got to tell you something. He apologized immediately.
My God,
it hit the window. He said sorry.
What a good man.
But my mom, the one thing that sticks that my mom said is she goes, wait till you have kids. She goes, wait. She goes, wait, you picture, and now I picture my son or daughter doing the shit I did, and it's fucking, it's scary. It haunts me at night, because I'm going like, I know what I did at parties. I know what I tried to do at a party to impress people. Paulie's going to do a naked keg stand. That's serious.
Yeah.
Like, Paul's going to do a naked keg. Thank God camera phones weren't out. Like, somebody would have to get like a camera.
Yeah.
And somewhere in this world, there's like my dick upside down. Thank God it was like a Polaroid, so it's probably. But like, I would literally do like a naked keg stand. Like, I was
for attention.
I was doing that shit, and I was like trying to. And it was because of all the shit.
You were filling a need that you didn't have.
I was filling a need that I didn't have, and I see that now, and now I'm able to like. Now I want my kids, and I think my kids respect me enough. When I sit down and go, guys, listen to me, trust me. And they do know me and respect me a lot. I think I can go, guys, when you do that, you're going to look more like an asshole. Yeah. That you think it's going to be cool at that moment. You're going to do this cool thing to impress the girl. Just be yourself. It's enough, And that's what I try to do. And
do they understand that?
I'll be honest with you. We lost my brother-in-law at 30 to drug overdose. Yeah. And that rocked our family, my wife's younger brother. And my kids know about that. And my kids, they kind of remember him. Shout out to Uncle Kevy Kev. But it was tough. And we talked to them. And we're going, hey, and today's drugs aren't like our drugs.
No.
Our drugs were guys like, hey, you want to do a bump of coke? I mean, all right, I probably should. Now it's like you got Joe Bartnick and his specials. He's got a special called Joe Bartnick, A Killing in Chicago. Check it out. But he's got a joke. He's like, if anybody wants to do coke, I let them do it first. I wait 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's true because it's like, now you got to worry. But my children know that. Yeah. My children know, hey, you do some heavy shit, there's a chance you do it once and you're gone. Yeah. And I'm not going to allow that to happen. And you need to know that. So I think what has happened in our family, and I think they see what is happening, but it's really scary. And when my mom said that, wait till you have kids, I'm going, oh my gosh. She's like, yeah, you lose sleep at night worrying about your kids. Sure. You think of you worry about, and I'm going, yeah, and oh, thanks. There's another. Hey, let's add more anxiety to the. Yeah. Now it's another generation.
But now that anxiety is now at least it's in the proper order.
Right.
You're not worried about the other stuff anymore. You just run out of energy.
And I pray all the time, and I'm thankful and grateful. Like, hey man, you know what? Enjoy. enjoy being healthy and enjoy being around the people you love. Enjoy the moments.
Yeah, but it's allowing yourself to do that. And the reason we feel like we don't deserve it, or for whatever reason you're acting out because you're not getting whatever. I think the wisdom is the self-awareness of, oh, that's why I'm doing that.
Yes.
But that's why I'm doing it. You got to go through how much shit you got to go through of denial and no, fuck them, and it's not me, it's them because, and the justifying and the mental justifying of it. No, I did this. Why did I do this? And then to fucking honestly look at yourself and go, I did this because of this, and I have to make another choice. And it's the uncertainty of making that other choice that keeps people locked in a fucking pattern.
Yeah.
So it's the anxiety of uncertainty that we have to go through. It's Plato's cave theory. You know, when you're living in a cave and if reality's on the wall and then you go outside and you're in the sunshine, what would most people do? Right. Run back into the fucking cave because that's the reality they know, because they don't want to let their eyes adjust to the light, because that's the anxiety of change.
Wow.
You have to have anxiety. You have to go through shit to make things better. It's like a fucking caterpillar. Caterpillar's walking along, all of a sudden starts dying, he's losing legs, like, son of a bitch. It doesn't know it's going to turn into a fucking butterfly.
Right.
It just thinks it's dying.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's and I know now. I kind of know. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to get into it now at the end of this thing, get all heavy, but I know now why I am the way I know what happened, and I know that there are certain things that just, I was like, man, that shouldn't have happened to me, but I'm also like, okay, but I learned from it.
Ooh,
I know.
Don't say it. I learned this. I'm going to turn the fucking show off. I need to talk to him. Listen, I got, because I had that. Why it shouldn't have happened. That was a trap for me. It shouldn't have happened. Why did it?
It had to happen.
Yeah. Why did it happen?
Right.
Now that it happened because you're going back. It shouldn't have. Now you're stuck in fucking should have. You're going back, and son of a bitch, it makes you angry. Right.
Right.
But if you go, why did it happen?
Right.
Then you can have a reason for this to happen. Look, everyone's got a
right. Like
shit.
If somebody did wrong to you, instead of being like they should have, you go like, well, what? Yeah, like maybe what happened to them? Yeah. Or why did that happen?
Yeah. Why did it happen to me? And what can I use this for? It's here. I got to use it for something.
Right.
Or I gotta learn to get around it. Or it's here for a reason. Yeah. Fucking look at it.
Well, Brett Ernst and I were just talking on the way here, and he was talking about like what you were saying before too. Depression is the past. Anxiety is the future.
Yeah.
Mike Ditka, Coach Mike Ditka, Chicago Bears, he had a great one. He said, you live in the past, you die in the past. And nothing is more sadder than listening to somebody talk about.
Same fucking story.
It's the same story. You know how long you've been telling the story? And you're there still? It's I
caught myself the other day. I go, what am I doing? Stop.
You caught your own.
I caught myself. I annoyed myself. I was on the subway going, you still fucking thinking this shit? What the fuck is wrong with you?
That'd be funny if you started the story with somebody. You go, do you know something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't know what
I'm sorry to wake you up.
I can't. So what, you've been doing comedy how long?
God, July 13th, 1988. Wednesday night, East Side Comedy Club.
Wow.
Yeah. What?
Wow.
35 years.
35 years.
You'd think there'd be more money.
1988, Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, East Side Comedy Club, Long Island, New York. Jericho Turnpike, 8 o'clock
Now, let me ask you, 8 o'clock show. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you remember any comics on that lineup? Or
no, but I do remember Richie Minervini. He owned the club.
Okay.
Still friends to this day.
Yeah, Richie. He used to do the Borgata a lot, right?
He used to book the Borgata.
Wait, does he live in South Carolina?
No, but
Myrtle Beach.
His ex-wife is in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, okay. And
he plays the Cabana all the time. He's in Florida.
So I remember doing the Cabana and hearing his name a lot. Yeah. Okay, so he owned the club that you did.
He owned the club. He was the godfather of Long Island comedy. My generation was me, Kevin James, Gary Valentine, Rock Rubin. Kevin went on to do Kevin Can Wait. Gary was his brother. He was on the show. Rock was the executive producer.
Oh, King of Queens.
King of Queens, yeah. And so what did I say? Anyway.
You said Kevin Can Wait.
Kevin Can Wait, King of Queens before. Yeah, that was the last one. So that was our generation. And Richie gave us all our stuff. Richie gave Eddie Murphy his start.
My manager is a Long Island guy.
Yeah.
Rory.
Yeah.
Roy Rosegarden. Yeah. So Long Island has a nice. Long Island's got a nice little lineage there. Yeah. Was it Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Who else?
Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy was Brooklyn after Long Island.
Roosevelt.
But he started in Long Island, or did he go?
He lived in Roosevelt. I know he started at the comic strip.
He started.
I think he was born in Brooklyn and then.
Then he moved to Long Island. Yeah, he was a Brooklyn, Long Island kid. Yeah. But Lorne Michaels is Long Island. I mean, I know he's Canadian, but Lorne Michaels lives in Long Island. There's Long Island. If you look at the people, and I remember I was talking to the guy who owns Governors.
Jimmy.
And he was telling me like a list of comedians from Long Island, and I was like, wow, Long Island's got a whole. What's that? Yeah.
Amy?
Who else? Attell's from Long Island.
Yeah.
Wow.
Born in Queens, grew up in Long Island.
That's me. I was born in Queens, Long Island. Yeah.
Okay, so that's Nassau County. That's like right on the border.
I was born in Hillcrest, and I was in Huntington, is right Nassau-Suffolk border.
I worked with somebody. I think I told you this. It's funny you asked me what I did before this. I worked with somebody when I was going phone, cable, internet, door knocking, and somebody went to high school with you.
Oh,
I forgot the guy's name, but he goes, oh, you do comedy? I go, yeah, I'm starting. He goes, I went to high school with this kid, Adam Ferrara. He goes, fucking kid was a wise ass to the teachers. I swear to God, he said that. And like, I knew who you were, but like this was, you were probably like, 88. You were like 11 years in.
Sure.
You were 11 years in, and I had just gotten in, and I remember, and I worked with the guy knocking doors. He goes, man, this kid had a boy. That kid was a wise ass. He gave teachers hell. This and that. It's so cool though, man. It's so cool how like things come full circle. Like, and I'm one of these people that like I watched you, and I watch you on roasts, and I watch you do all the things you did, and now like. To be a peer. That's the beautiful thing about comedy is when you become a peer of somebody that you saw, because you've been doing you've been doing this like over a decade longer than me.
Yeah,
and
but
you've been experienced.
it's a brotherhood.
It is.
Dana Gould tells a great story. He's like, if you go to any Hollywood party, you're going to see all the comics huddled in a corner, talking to each other.
Yes.
We don't give a shit about it.
Yeah.
Because we all know there's the unspoken communication. You're a soldier. You've earned it. And
Seinfeld was telling a story about how he was like at some get together.
Yeah.
And he was like miserable. And he saw one comedian and he just goes, comedian.
Yeah.
Like he just like, cause there's a, if we didn't hang out ever, we didn't know each other. We heard of each other.
Yeah.
So, Adam, Paul, you guys got, like your friends told you had to meet me. My friends told me I had to meet you. And we were at a party and we're the only two. In 2 seconds, we would look around, we would talk, and then one of us would go, hey, nice to meet you. Then we'd go, hey, dude, you didn't know shrimp at this?
yeah, what the fuck?
Like, and it would be a perfect, and we would totally get. That's what I love about comedians is like, and you know what's nice about the podcast now is we don't always talk comedy. We don't talk about sets because people are like, yeah, I know the inside baseball thing. I get it. Yeah, you bomb this and that. But what they don't know about it is how another thing that comedians do, and the camaraderie is. Comedians stand by each other through hard times, man. When somebody, when my brother-in-law passed away, we did something at Levity Live, and Pete Davidson came out, and Ben Bailey came out, and Bill Burr, Sal Vulcano, all these people came out for me and my family, whatever they could do to raise money. When anybody's going through something hard, comedians really do band together, and our community is a lot smaller than people think.
Well, because the community of comedians is smaller. The community of the social influences, people that work the clubs, that's a whole.
How many comedians? We always have this debate. I want you to. You do stand up too, right? Yeah, you do. So I'll ask both of you this question because I think this is a fun, interesting one. How many comedians do you think? Giannis thinks it's a smaller number than what I think. How many comedians do you think? National headlining acts across the country, in the United States. I said I thought there would be 1,500, 1,000. He thinks less.
Nah,
you think less?
Straight comics that earn the right to beat it, or influences? No.
I'm not. Let me clarify. That's a good question. Yeah,
right.
Not a new TikToker.
Right.
Not a and by the way, nothing against them, but not a TikToker, not somebody that's got a big podcast on YouTube and then started to fill rooms. I'm talking about a national act that has been doing stand up for a long time, got their bones doing stand up.
Yeah, but you got to qualify. What's the bones? Who's got a special?
Are they moving tickets? Are they selling their own ticket? They're selling.
Well,
rooms?
Look, if you're booked at an improv, an improv is an A-list comedy club, right?
Sure.
So if you're booked at if you're booked at all the improvs across America on a Friday, Saturday, and you get that date once a year, how many guys do you think are doing that with 52 weeks out of the year? You think less than 1,000?
I'd probably right around there, maybe 1,200.
Yeah, I don't know. Because you got to realize how many clubs is only 52 weeks a year.
Yeah,
it's easy to do the math. Once we figure that out. And guys that can hold a fucking room, and guys that can deal with a check spot, and guys can deal with the local middle that thinks he should be headlining and destroys the room in front of you.
Right.
Like now I got to kill you. That's
Well, think about this.
Yeah.
Formula One race car drivers.
Yeah.
There's 21 of them, right? How many? There's think about that job. Listen, what we do is amazing, but let's just say for argument's sake, we'll be conservative, say 1,000.
Okay.
1,000.
I think 1,000 is safe.
1,000 men or women, however you want to put it. are the funniest people in America that go around and they do that. That's 1,000. Formula One race car driving. There's 20-something guys that can go at that speed, that fast, have the torque on their body. Think about that's nuts.
That might be the smallest amount of people in anything.
I think it might be because if you look at all the other sports, we'll take out
Definitely
baseball,
sports.
basketball, football. That's gone. Tennis is more than that.
Golf's a bunch.
Right? Golf is way more than that. Boxing,
horse racing's way more.
Maybe fighting, maybe MMA fighting, maybe UFC.
More than 21 people in
I think there's
MMA.
over 100
Well, there's
guys
probably
in the
what
UFC.
each MMA
there's
weight
like-
division's 20, so there's probably like 100 guys that
I
are.
think there's about 100 guys in the UFC, maybe 100, a little over 100.
Yeah, so Formula One race car. How many NASCAR drivers are there?
It's got to be a lot more than 21.
Yeah,
It's a lot
right?
more than 21 in the race.
Yeah, so I would say Formula One is probably the one skill thing that's that little. Have you been to
it's
one of those?
amazing.
I've been to one.
Yeah,
I went to the one
amazing.
in Montreal.
It's amazing.
What was his name? Hamilton?
Yeah.
Dude.
And you drive the cars with your thumbs. The thumbs.
What?
You drive
They
with your
shift
thumb.
with the thumbs?
It's all on the thumbs. It's like they wanted to have it in Jersey. Remember they were going to bring Formula One to Jersey? And they realized they got to pay Jersey. They go, well, you got to pay Eccleston, the guy who runs it. He gets $1 million just to have,
35 NASCAR this
35?
this season.
But so
35.
Bernie Eccleston gets $1 million to bring the Formula One here, right?
Yeah.
So they wants to bring it to Jersey, and the guys in Jersey like, no, you pay. Oh, you drive these drivers drive with their thumbs? Yeah. Be ashamed if something happened to those thumbs.
Yeah, I could just picture a pizzeria owner in Jersey. What's
Yeah.
that noise that's buzzing?
Well, Saturday's when I make my money. What are we doing?
You're scaring my customers
Get
out.
out of here.
We talked about cars before, but before we get out of here, let me.
Still got your
what's
Lexus?
yours? I got a new one. So here's what I was
What'd
going
you
to
get?
do. Here's what I was going to do. I was looking for electric, and I kept looking for electric, and I kept shopping, and I kept shopping, and I did my due diligence, and I did research for days and days and days. Then days turn into over a month. And here's what it is.
Good.
Every list in the world, every category in the world, Lexus is in the top 3. My old Lexus, I had a 13.
Okay.
I had a ES350 Lexus,
Good
2013.
car. It's a good car.
I was almost at 200,000 miles. I brought it to Lexus. I go, the thing drives perfect. And they're like, that's because it is. They looked under the hood. It was almost 200,000 miles. It drove like the day I drove it out of there. But it was almost 200,000. So I decided I got to do something. I go against the Tesla. And here's why. Tesla's great. Number one, I don't love the body. They actually redesigned the 3. So the back of the 3 looks way better, and they did something to the nose of the car. It looks way better. I drove Giannis's one time. We were at the stand. He goes, "You want to drive it home?" Dude, the thing is a rocket.
Sure.
A ton of customer service issues, a ton of quality control issues. You'll be leaking rain, and they go, "Sorry, it didn't seal right," because they put those cars together like they're a puzzle.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's not great quality. Everything is at the bottom, and it flies. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till 2030.
Okay.
To when it's really, and listen, if something else comes across, but I looked up and I go, but see the Italian in me, I go, I need white leather. I go, listen, I need.
That's not Italian. That's Gindaloon.
Yeah.
That's a different distinction.
So now I go, I need a dark Lexus with white inside.
White leather.
There were 2 in the country.
Red piping.
There were
Go ahead. I like Christmas. Don't fucking judge me.
I want the first marble steering wheel.
Yeah.
Listen, I want the first white marble steering wheel. That's gonna happen. You know the way they get the wood grain is white.
Yeah,
By the
that's
time
what-
I'm done, wood grain's gonna be white. Wood
Terrible.
grain.
Wood grain.
No.
What is
Did you
this, a
hear- Did you hear
basement?
Virzi got granite in the car.
He's got,
Yo, his car looks like my kitchen counter.
he's got marble steering
I
wheel.
got marble steering wheel. I got granite.
Oh, that's funny.
So I was looking, and I called all the Lexuses in Westchester and New York, and they go, I need either black or the darkest gray with white interior. They go, I found one. And then I found out through the Lexus's thing, they go, there were 2, but one of them happened to be in New York. And the dealership goes, we don't got it here, but I can call, I know them. So they actually swapped it out. So I got a 2022 Lexus ES350, white leather. The wood inside is black.
Right.
Really nice.
Nice.
And then and the outside is a dark gray, but in certain sunlight it has a brown tint to it. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's got those metal flakes?
And it's got the thing where when you go, you'll appreciate.
Yeah.
You know when you hit it into sport.
Yeah.
And the dash turns red.
Yeah, they go,
and then you just
Boom.
go. So if I get it, I got it up to like 105, 110. I didn't feel it.
Yeah.
It was just, and the thing just floats. So I'm cool with it only has 13,000 miles on it. It's less than a year
What'd
old.
you
It's
trade
good.
the other one in?
Trade the other one in.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm just gonna, I'm a sedan guy.
Yeah.
I'm a comfort guy.
Yeah.
I'm a white leather. Nice technology in there.
Yeah.
And then we get white marble next.
Good for you. That's great. Well, no. The wipers, make it a fountain. I want like a fountain. I don't want a spritz. I want a fountain. Something nice.
Can I get a picture ingrained in the glass?
Something?
Yeah.
Something. What, the Madonna? Can I get the Madonna? No? How about my kids?
Is there a way?
My kids?
Is there a way to put like marble around the tire?
Yeah, something.
Just like even chips. Yeah. Can I get? I know there's white walls. Can I get marble chips instead of the white wall?
That's funny.
Paul, I mean, we need contractors now.
We need something. The wheels are going to be so heavy. You know how much to make it the wheels? Your mileage is going to go through the
this
fucking
Virzi
toilet.
guy wants a dining room table in the trunk. Paul, it's not an apartment. It's
Paulie, sit down.
What do you got?
I have an 08 E350. I got an old Mercedes, 6-cylinder, everything. Then I got a 1990 Lexus. I got the first year they came out with the with the LS 400.
Oh wow!
So that thing will go for now. It's just now.
Wait, that's a 2-door, right? Or
no, it's a big sedan. It's the big.
Oh, the LS.
The LS, yeah.
Oh wow!
The 1990. It's the first year it came out. I murdered it all out, so it's all black. I took out the amber lights. I put in the European light, so it's clear. It's got a chin on it. I put it all, and I lowered it, and I smoked out the windows, and I drive around like the Yakuza.
How many miles on it?
It's got 138. It'll go up. There's a million
how's it
miles.
drive?
Drives like a dream. Lexus built them like tanks when they first came out. I bought that car for $3,000. Now it's a source of pride with me. I was like, this is going to go forever. You got to change the timing belt around 98,000. So I did that. But it'll go forever.
I have a friend. He's the producer of this show. Shout out to Andrew Themeles, the Greek freak. He's out there in Beverly Hills. He has 94 Cherokee, the box one.
Ah, yeah.
The box one.
Yeah, yeah.
Green.
Yeah.
He won't get rid of it.
No.
It's falling apart.
But still.
But he's just like, I won't.
It's fun to drive. Fun to drive is like when I get in the car, especially in LA, that's my little that's your isolation bubble, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, fun to drive is so important. I had a 1970 Deuce and a Quarter. I had an old Buick Electra 225.
Wow.
This 18 feet 5 inches, Paulie. This car, I have 3 garages at my house in LA. Doesn't fit in any of them. So I'm coming around the corner. I bought it from Top Gear. It was the piano car.
What does it seat? 20?
It seats a family. It's just I use it to cater. People come in. There's weddings in the back seat.
No, we don't need a pickup.
Yeah,
Adam's coming with
that's fun. I'm in the weeds. I need miniature Knishes in the back seat.
That's
so yeah, it's a big old car. So I was going in my neighborhood in Santa Monica. This was it was Obama's second re-election he's running. Anyway, I turned the corner. There's a fundraiser. The guy on the block over had a corner. I always go down the block over to the left of mine because it's a wider street and you're only parking on one side. And this with that big car. You know?
Yeah.
So I go down this block. So the Secret Service is there. There's a big Ving Rhames looking guy with the thing in his ear.
Ving Rhames.
Yeah. So there's Ving, right? I turn the corner. He's standing. He goes, stop. He goes, street's closed. And I'm like, I live around the corner. He mean mugs me. He leans in. He's like, Wildcat, deuce and a quarter. I go, it's a deuce and a quarter. He goes, all right. Just let me go. That car, you know who loves that car? Mexican gangbangers and old black guys. They love that car. Yeah, there was, I had it. It's not a show car by any chance. Like it would diesel when I turn it off, so it would still run. So I had to turn it off in neutral.
Yeah,
and it would stop dieseling if you turned it off in neutral.
I think I'm an old soul because even when I was 16, 17, my parents were like, oh, we got to get what do you want? And I was like, well, I'll work it off or whatever. And I was like looking at Buicks.
Yeah,
I was like looking at old man
you
to
like
me,
luxury, baby.
I like luxury. Where am I going?
Yeah,
we're I'm going down 684.
Subaru. With your fart can exhaust. Go ahead, kids. Oh, it's stiff. A racing suspension. Good. Yeah, I'll see you at the house.
You know what we should do one time if they ever have it? We should go to a race if they do races in Pennsylvania or I think they do NASCAR. What's the closest NASCAR? Jersey?
The Poconos. They get the Poconos?
Poconos is probably closest.
Yeah.
But that's like a major race? Like
Englishtown. You go to drag races, Englishtown.
Oh, is that far? No.
Jersey.
One time we should actually if
Go,
we work
we should
it out. We
go.
should get together and we should go to the track and watch.
That's fun.
Yeah,
we'll get Brett and get Bartnick.
Oh, that would be that would be hilarious. Just Bartnick holding a drink.
Yeah.
That was nuts. Yeah, that's
fast.
Dude, this is the best.
Always good
this
talking
is the,
to my
dude,
friend.
It's the best. So what do you got coming up? Plug all your stuff,
Got
man.
a place. What do I got coming up? I got you can go to my tour dates. I don't know when this is going to drop, but I know I'm in Port Charlotte, Florida. I'm at Levity Live. I am at the Mohegan Sun Casino. Thanksgiving, I'm at the Chicago Improv, and I think
nice.
I'm doing New Year's in Kansas City. AdamFerrara.com for all the tour dates. My podcast, the Adam Ferrara Podcast, 30 minutes you'll never get back. Paul has been on before. I'm going to have him on again.
Oh, it's such a
check that out and be safe and be happy.
That's right, guys. And yeah, check out all of his stuff. Go to the website. Go to paulvirzi.com for my dates. We have October 6th and 7th, the American Comedy Company in San Diego. October 13th, I'll be at the Hartford Funny Bone. October 20th and 21, headlining Helium in Philadelphia. Usually we do the Funny Bone. This time we're going to Helium first time. Get your tickets. November 1st. Albany Funny Bone, and guys, I just announced this week, pre-sale right now, Gramercy Theater, New Year's Eve, 8 o'clock, New York City. Get your tickets. Let's sell that puppy out and bring in the new year properly. Check out my podcast with Bobby Kelly, Bone to Pick. Anything better? Football picks this football season. Me and Bill Burr are doing that. Obviously, the Virzi Effect. Go to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much, and I want to thank my amazing guests.
Good to see you, baby.
Yes, Adam
Always.
Ferrara, the best, and I'll see you guys next week.